Hey, this is Skip Townsend, Master Speaking Coach at Speaking Master Academy, book writing coach. Whenever you speak in front of an audience, whether the audience is 100, or 1,000, it doesn't matter. You're always communicating. As long as you have an audience, you're public speaking, right? And it doesn't matter who that audience is, because the purpose of that conversation, the purpose of that communication is to influence. You are there to influence others to come around to your way of thinking, to see things from your perspective, especially if you come in there as expert, right? However, whenever speaking in a business format, in a business setting, there are some things that's different than when you're speaking in public, as in, and when I say in public, I mean as on stage, in training, or in front of a group of people, right? If you have 10 people, 100 people in front of you, and you're doing a public seminar, it's a little bit different than in a business setting. You have a little bit more leeway, a little more things to work with when you're out in public, when you're speaking to a public, right? When you have a public audience. However, in a business setting, you don't have that. You need to set the tone immediately. You need to set the tone that you're coming with conviction, authority, certainty, and confidence. When speaking in a business setting, you want to use logical reasons, logical arguments instead of emotional proposals or emotional arguments. There are certain things that you never want to use in a business setting. And what I'm about to say is especially applicable, specifically applies to women. It applies to men, but specifically to women. You never want to use arguments and back it up by saying, I feel. Because what that construes to your audience, men and women, is that you are bringing an emotional point of view. And it's not a strong argument. What you want to back it up with is facts, figures, data, research, studies, all of those things, not I feel. Now remember I said it applies to everyone, but especially women. So you never, once again, in business setting, you never want to use I feel when you come in with a proposal, trying to get people to see things your way, because it doesn't give the presence of authority and conviction and confidence and certainty. The other things that you don't want to use, the other phrases, there's all kind of phrases that you don't want to use. So first of all, never any emotional attachment phrases. Secondly, you never want to use phrases like, I'm sorry to have to say this. Just let me say that again. I'm sorry to have to say this. Does that give you a sense of confidence about what I'm about to say? No. It doesn't give conviction and authority and certainty if I'm sorry I'm about to say this. So you never say things like, I'm sorry I'm about to say this. Or another phrase that you don't want to say is, I might be wrong about this. No. You shouldn't have to say, I might be wrong about this, because you should have done your studies, you should have done your research, you should have done your facts. And remember, this is a circuit for business setting now. Remember, you're coming in authority, conviction, certainty, confidence. You don't have time to change the narrative. Now, in a regular seminar or in a training, that's different. You can say something like, what I'm about to say, I'm not 100% sure. I read this article, I saw this thing on TV, I read this book, I heard from, you have time to change that narrative, right, and explain. And of course, once again, it depends. But however, you have more leeway in a public seminar and a public audience than you do in a business setting. So in a business setting, you want to come in because it affects you. It affects the way you are viewed in the business, in whatever kind of business you're in. So you want to come in with certainty, conviction, authority, and confidence. So there's certain phrases that you do not use. Do not use any emotional proposals, any emotional appeals to bring your audience over. Never apologize or any of those kind of things. I'll never say, I'm sorry to have to say this, or what I'm about to say, I may be wrong about this. No. It doesn't give a sense of certainty. Your audience is thinking, okay, you're not certain. And if you're not certain, guess what? They're not. They're not certain. If you're uncertain, they're uncertain. If you're not confident, they don't have confidence in you. So when speaking or communicating in the business setting, remember, it's a little bit different than speaking in public or in a seminar in general, even though the objective is the same, is to influence. But like I said, in public, you have a little bit more leeway. You can go back and forth with an audience. You don't want to do that in a business setting. You want to come in strong, confident, authoritative, and all of those good things, okay? So listen, that's what I have for you today. Be strong, be confident, be certain, be authoritative in when communicating in your business setting. If you're looking for ways how you can become a better communicator, become a master storyteller, turn those words, turn your story into magic. So when people read it, or when people hear you, you can communicate to them and connect to them on an emotional level. If you need help in doing that, in the email in this video, below this video, there's a link. It's a link to a free consultation. It's my calendar link. Free consultation. Click on that link, set up a time. The time that I'm available is in there. Find a time that fits you and fits both of us. And I give you 45 minutes of my time. Absolutely no cost to you. That's my gift from me to you. And I'll see you